All right, all right. We are live. I think we're live. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? How are you doing? That's good. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I am currently packing because I'm moving to Canada in less than 2 months. So I have to pack up a little bit of stuff. And I've just been filming more videos. I filmed like 3 videos today that's gonna come out this week. So yeah. I just released a video today about how failure can bring you closer to success. That's why I put this poll up. Does failure bring you closer to success? Because I was reading this book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and one of the things in there was like how our brains are kind of like machines. They aren't machines, obviously, but they're like machines where, in order to be more precise, we have to make like lots of little mistakes and then correct ourselves from those mistakes. So that was pretty interesting. Canada is a nice state. Yeah, it's a nice country. It's a nice country. I was born and raised there most of my life till I was 14, and then my family moved to Portugal. I just got a notification that the book Psycho-Cybernetics was just returned because I used this like library app, and I never finish my books on time. The loan always runs out, and then I have to put them on hold again. So I have like 3 half-read books. And I'm just waiting for them to come back. And now Psycho-Cybernetics was just returned. Yeah, great. I have Psycho-Cybernetics, What's Your Dream by Simon Squibb, Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, um, 1 Million Followers by Brendan Kane, I think. 4 books, but they all returned now. You've been talking about self-improvement, but improvement to what though? Like, are you improving at? Self-improvement, in my definition, is just intentionally trying to become a better version of yourself. So as long as you are changing for the better, I would say that's improvement. And then, like with the point, I like to make those videos. I like talking about it, and I want to help other people just become better versions of themselves, basically. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but but in what direction? What do you mean? Like, it could mean like multiple things, I guess. Self improvement. I mean, anything that improves yourself. So yeah, it could be like physical. It could be going to the gym, working out. But it could also be skills, learning new skills. I think just all of it comes under self improvement, really. Because opposite, if you're not improving, I mean, you're not really doing anything. You're not stepping out of your comfort zone. You're just kind of following what other people tell you to do. You're not staying fit. You're not caring about your health. You're not caring about the skills you learn. You're not improving your knowledge. That's why I think everyone should be on self improvement. And I get a big thing is mindset too, which I talked about before, because there's so many people who have like dreams, but they don't actually think that they could achieve them. But if they get onto self improvement and they start improving their mindset as well, then it kind of compounds, and all those types of things look more possible to them as well. I should really clean my computer. Yeah, it should be self improvement. It's like you kind of find the direction where you want to go, and then if you're into self improvement, like that helps you get there faster because it helps you stay on your habits. It helps you just feel better in general. Because let's say you're, I don't know, studying for something, right? If you're doing a bunch of good habits, that can be really helpful, right? If you're getting 8 hours sleeps, if you're going to the gym, you're staying healthy, that can all relate to studying, even though that it doesn't really have anything to do with studying. It's just um, in that case, it's helping your brain, right? You're studying as we speak. How are you studying while you're watching this though? Okay. Do I use vidIQ? Yeah, I do. I do. It's pretty useful tool. I use it mostly for when I put in a title on YouTube Studio, it gives me like a number, kind of like a rating of how good that title is. That's pretty much all I use it for though. I've tried the thumbnail one. It just comes out with pretty bad AI thumbnails. And sometimes I use it to look for outlier videos, which is basically just videos from other smaller channels where the views are way more than the subscribers that people have. Where do you get good thumbnails? I create all my thumbnails on Canva, and I usually just either I use some of my own pictures or I use like pictures from Pinterest or something, or just online because you can just save image and I'll download them. Um, Canva is really probably the best way to make thumbnails. So you can literally search up YouTube thumbnail and they already have the sizing and everything for you, and then you can create it however you want. And another thing I use, once you make your thumbnail and you download it, there's a website called thumbsup.tv. And basically all it is where you can upload your thumbnail and put in your title and you can see how they'll look together because there's not really any way to see that before you publish your video. But that helps because it gives you a sense like, okay, does this thumbnail actually work with this title? I didn't actually do that for my last few videos though. I probably should. Where can you actually make thumbnails? On Canva. So go to canva.com and make a free account. And then when you, if, have you ever used Canva before for anything? Oh, okay. It's not that hard. It's not like Photoshop or something. I've never tried Photoshop, but apparently that's a lot harder. Yeah, you've already downloaded it. There should be a search somewhere, like a search bar, and you just search up YouTube thumbnail, and it should come up with the sizes. I believe the size for a YouTube thumbnail should look like that. It's 1280 by 780 pixels. I think that's the size. And then it'll put it'll have like a blank template, and then you just click and drag things either from Canva or you can upload pictures. Yeah, you should go study. Thank you. You too. Thanks for coming on. Well, I'm just gonna keep streaming till half an hour, so we'll see if anyone else comes on. Okay. I don't know if this diagram makes sense, but I'm just gonna talk about this until someone comes on. Anyway, this is what I was talking about for psychocybernetics, where you have to fail more uh, to be able to get to success faster, right? So basically, the top here is perfection, right? So if you had everything perfect, then you can easily make it to your goal, which is that check mark right there. But that's not how it works. And we all know that. There's no perfect business plan, there's no perfect business, there's no perfect anything really. And so you're going to have some failures, which is fine. And that should be good to know because then you don't have to be all worried about starting like what are people going to think, what if it doesn't work, because it doesn't matter. It most likely something will fail along the way and you just have to push through that, right? And so the journey might look more like this line, right? Each of these dips here is kind of like a fail, but eventually you will get there, because if you didn't have those fails, then it would be this line, which is perfection, and that's impossible. I don't know if that made sense, but that is kind of what I got from reading Psycho-Cybernetics, which is a really good book, but it was just automatically returned today because I took too long to read it. And let me see how long I have to wait now. 13 weeks. 13 weeks until it comes back. 13 weeks from now, I'm already going to be in Canada. A ton will change. And then I'll get Psycho Cybernetics and I can start reading it again. This is fun though. I should bring this whiteboard to all these live streams. It's just better. Well, we had one person show up, which is great. Maybe I don't know if anyone else is going to show up, but I'll probably end this off a little bit early then. There was one person watching for a couple seconds. Matt, I love this map. I had to get one of those when I'm older. It's my parents, but I really like the look of it. It's like really nice in the background too. It'd be really cool. I mean, I probably will do this. If I ever get like bigger on YouTube, hopefully I will just a little bit. I want to keep doing this. It'd be cool. Like every week, I just come on. I can answer people's questions or talk about the latest video. I think that'd be really cool because so many times, like bigger creators, I wish they did things like this, but they don't. Um, Not necessarily live streams, but like responding to viewers and stuff. So I think I'm gonna keep doing this because it'd be pretty cool. Like in the future, even let's say I had like 10,000 subscribers or something, I would still do something like this. It would be really fun. We have one person watching again. How's it going? Yeah, I have the chat on subscribers only mode. So you have to like subscribe for 1 minute. Maybe next week I'm gonna try anyone. Anyone can subscribe because I feel like with the subscribers only mode, it's only getting recommended to my subscribers probably. And that's what 747 now, I think. Um, but of course, all those people are probably not going to be on YouTube at the exact same time or have the time to come on here, which is completely fine, obviously. They don't have to. But I feel like if I put anyone, then I can get a lot of more people watching, or at least recommended this. Maybe they'll watch. But we can get more people to join self improvement. It's probably a good idea. I think I'll do that next time. I was like a little bit nervous at first because I don't know, it's like complete random people just start saying things. But honestly, is it that bad? No. I don't even see them. So who cares if they're saying hateful things, like whatever. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't so much that. I think I was just like nervous for being put on the spot, which I still am nervous. I'm not as nervous about doing that anymore. I'm just kind of not that good at speaking on the spot, which is another reason why I want to continue doing this, because people could say anything or ask anything, and then I have to try to respond on the spot. Um, Obviously, that's not the main reason for doing this. I wanted a place to connect with my viewers and stuff. But yeah, I think next week I'm gonna change this to anyone can talk or chat. All right, well, I'm probably gonna end this in around 4 minutes because that'll be half an hour. I've been enjoying just keeping these half an hour. That way, I don't waste other people's time too much. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, hopefully, I'm not wasting their time. They can always leave whenever they want to, but I will say this is the weird part of live streams. Like, nobody's watching, but this live stream's gonna be on my YouTube channel. Um, so I feel like I have to keep talking about something. What if, like, if someone wants to watch it back? So I don't know how often people actually watch back live streams. I think a few people do. I do, depending who did the live stream, right? But yeah, that's kind of weird. I did have one live stream though where nobody showed up, and then I just unlisted that one because that's kind of useless to have on my channel. But if one person shows up, like someone did today, then I'm gonna leave it up. I just never know what to do in these spaces where no one's watching. So what do you talk about? Well, if you've made it this far, for some reason, you've been watching me for 27 minutes, rambling and yapping about self-improvement, then you might enjoy Improvement Club. I wasn't actually going to go into that. I was going to say my Discord server. Just join the free Discord server. It's the second link in the description. You could join Improvement Club too if you're interested. Improvement Club is basically a accountability focused self-improvement community that I created a while ago. And in there, we're gonna have weekly calls. So it's like this, but I can see you, we're face to face talking about what we accomplished in the last week, what we want to achieve in the next week. And you also get one-to-one access, or you can book one-to-one calls with me, included if you want to talk about something to do with self-improvement privately, right? And of course, you can connect with a bunch of other people there who are actually actively into self-improvement. That's why I think it's man, I can't even talk. Super important. Yep, that is Improvement Club. Just like I was talking before, the fails and mistakes and stuff. Even Improvement Club, right? This thing that I'm building, who knows? Maybe it doesn't work out. Maybe I get to 10,000 subscribers and no one's joined. Then it is probably a failed business idea. But that's okay because I'll have learned so much. Like, I'm learning how to communicate more, learning how to run a community, how to run a good community. Because I'm also running my free Discord community. That's not that hard to run though. But yeah, if that's something that interests you, I think it could really help on your self-improvement journey, because one of the most important things, or few most important things, are accountability and also just hanging around the right people. And if you're into self-improvement, you should hang around people who are into self-improvement. But with that being said, it has been 30 minutes. Shout out to the dude who came on. He's the only person who watched. But I'll be back next week, and as always, you are capable. Keep improving.